And with no end in sight to the present deadlock, the court has agreed to the central government's request not to pass an order on Jallikattu for at least a week. That's because the centre has informed the Supreme Court that cultural passions are being witnessed and are at an all-time high, and that it's important to maintain law and order in the state. The centre has also further added that they are in talks with the Supreme Court to try and find an amicable solution.
நிச்சயமாக இந்த ஆண்டு ஜல்லிக்கட்டு நடத்துவதை தவிர மத்திய அரசாங்கத்திற்கும் தமிழகத்தில் இருக்கக்கூடிய அரசாங்கத்திற்கும் வேறு வழி இருக்க முடியாது. ஏனென்றால் போராளிகள் தொடர்ந்து ஜல்லிக்கட்டு நடத்தும் வரை இந்த போராட்டம் ஓயாது என்று தெளிவாக அறிவித்திருக்கிறார்.
ஒத்துழைத்த குரல் என்னென்றால் ஜல்லிக்கட்டை மீண்டும் நடத்த வேண்டும். ஆனால் பாதியில் என்றால் மத்திய அரசும் மாநில அரசும் போங்க ஆட்டம் ஆடுகிறார்கள். இவர்கள் அங்க பார்த்து கைப்பற்றி நீங்க பண்ணுன்றாங்க. அவர் மோடி என்ன பண்றார், பன்னீர்செல்வத்தை பார்த்து நீங்க வந்து மக்களை ஏமாற்றுகின்ற சூழ்ச்சியிலே இங்கு வேலைப்படுகிறார்கள். இதை கண்டித்து தான் இன்று இந்த அறவழியிலே இந்த போராட்டம் நடக்கிறது. இந்த போராட்டம் வெற்றி பெறும், வெகு விரைவில் நல்ல முடிவு வரும் என்று எதிர்பார்க்கிறோம்.
Let's go straight across to India today. Is Akshita Nandgopal, who joins us with the very latest. Akshita, no end in sight for the protest despite a request being made by the Chief Minister. So what today are you seeing? Are you seeing anything different from what you have witnessed in the last 3 days? Are more and more people adding to the ongoing protest?
Fifth days of protests here, Avantika. The energy is not dying down. The number of people, if you can see behind me, it goes up to thousands right now. You can see, of course, that so many people have gathered, and now it's becoming a bit of a hindrance as well for people out here, because the crowd is clearly spilling out to the street as well. You can see, but also a human chain, really, volunteers coming together to ensure the traffic is not disrupted. So it's slow moving right now, but the people, the sheer number of them has now spilled out to the streets. The enthusiasm is still very much alive, Avantika. If we thought this protest was going to die down, it definitely doesn't seem like it as of now, because look at that. You can hear the sound of drums. I don't know if you can get that, but there are the sound of drums is reverberating in the air. There are slogans being chanted with full passion. It doesn't look like these protests will die down any moment now. If the government, in fact, may be hoping that this will slowly fade away, that the enthusiasm will go away. This is the fifth day. This is the third day I've been here, Avantika, and nothing's really changing on the ground. It's only becoming more and more because the word is spreading. If I can also show you all the vehicles that are passing by right now, many of them are holding up placards in support of Jallikattu. Each of them also sitting up on top of their car tops, really, to show their solidarity with the people. So it's becoming a mass movement, really spreading not just at the Marina Beach, but outside as well. I can tell you that last night when I was leaving, it was about 10:30 last night, and this place was still chock-a-block. But I have to give a big salute to these volunteers, because what they've done here is unprecedented, Avantika. They've ensured that this entire stretch, there's no chaos, that everything is controlled here, that the people are not affected too badly. They're controlling the traffic. Even the police have, kind of sidestepped right now. They're there. They're ensuring that the law and order, nothing goes out of hand, and you have to give it to them as well. Big kudos to them as well. But it's the volunteers who really transformed this particular protest and ensured that things have changed. The weather too seems to be holding up. The sun god seems to have some sort of a mercy on people here who are protesting. So that's some good news for them. And possibly as the hours go by, what I've noticed is that by evening this becomes a lot bigger. These protests become a lot bigger as well. So we'll have to wait and watch to see if the government's hopes of this protest really dispersing will come true or not, because as of now it doesn't look like it. The people are very, very clear. They won't stop till the government acts.
Oh, absolutely, absolutely. The mood is just so electrifying there at Marina Beach. I'm going to, shift focus to the national capital and see what's going on here. India Today, Shalini joins us. Shalini, hectic consultations have been going on here to find some sort of a solution to this ongoing imbroglio, to this, impasse. What can we expect today? The Chief Minister has already met the Prime Minister. Is it true that he's also been consulting with some senior lawyers to find a way out of this?
I'm sorry, Avantika, but I cannot. I'm finding it a little difficult to hear you over the slogans that are being raised behind me. Jallikat Zindabad and Ban PETA, the slogans raised here at Jantar Mantar, a protest in the national capital demanding Jallikat to take place. Now, yesterday we had the Tamil Nadu Chief Minister come into Delhi, meet the Prime Minister. However, the Chief Prime Minister did tell him that he expressed an inability of his government to do much because the matter was sub judice. But today you have another delegation meeting the Home Minister, and we have to wait to see what the outcome for that is. Before the Chief Minister left for back to Tamil Nadu, he however did say that a draft of the amendment has been made and it's going to be delivered to the Ministry of Home Affairs today, and he believes that in a day or two it will be passed. Now I have with me a few protesters here who are demanding Jallikat, a banner they are holding up, why we want Jallikat to save the native breed. It's not just culture, they say, it's even about saving the bulls, the two varieties which they use for Jallikat. Many other banners behind me that say the bull is like our older brother. Let's get this young man to tell us why he's standing here. Sir, if you can tell us what are your demands, if you can talk to us a little about Jallikat.
No, before that, I need to tell you one thing very clear. It is not at all cruelty, and it is not only for the culture and tradition. Yesterday, we saw in the live, all the national medias and the live news, it is like culture versus cruelty. We are not the people who are supporting cruelty. Did you see A. Rahman, all other Tamil, from the highest position of the research, from the lowest position, all other people supporting cruelty? Do you believe that all women and all girls are supporting outside and they are sleeping on Marina during the nights? Do you think they are supporting cruelty?
So the question of cruelty has come up only because there are reports and video evidence and photographs of irritants being rubbed into bulls, tails being fractured, poked with rods. That's why the question of cruelty has come up, to make them more aggressive.
Actually, this cruelty are happening in 2 to 3 places out of hundreds of places where Jallikattu actually happened. So the PETA organization only focusing on 2 to 3 places where the cruelty happened, and they captured the video and they misguided the whole Supreme Court. The cruelty is now happened all over Tamil Nadu. It's happening in 2 to 3 places, and I feel government must regulate this cruelty in 2 to 3 places, and Jallikattu must happen all over Tamil Nadu.
It doesn't feel good that when you eliminate something, if it is some places something is wrong is happening. You cannot ban the women who is going out there because of rape is happening in the Delhi. It is not at all possible. You cannot eliminate all these things. You cannot eliminate riding people outside the roads because of accidents happen. It is not at all possible. And we are not only fighting here for our culture, our tradition, our identity. It is much beyond that. It is a bigger politics involving here, like all other foreign NGOs coming here, and they are banning our own native breeds. In 1950 we have 137 native breeds. Right now in India we have only 35 native breeds. In February 2016, I am giving you a fact. This is a fact. Gujarat government spent 50 lakhs rupees and get the sperm of Gir breed bull from Brazil government. Spent 50 lakh rupees. Actually that bull actually presented by the Gujarat king in 1950s as a gift to the Brazil. Now they have all those sperms. In Gujarat there is no bull. There is no Gir bull. We are losing our breeds. We are fighting for all over India, not for Tamil pride, not for Tamil culture.
Now we're here, it's not just Marina, it's not just Tamil Nadu, Bangalore, it has reached all the way to the national capital where people are saying it's not just about identity, it's not about culture, it's much more than that. If you can look here, you have a lot of people gathered today on Friday in support of Jallikat. You have young, the old, you have a lot of women sitting here, all of them raising slogans saying ban PETA, amend the Prevention of Cruelty Act against animals, save Jallikat, breeding science, not cruelty. Everyone's saying this is not cruelty, and that cruelty took place in a few regions. Now you see a lot of people in India and abroad come together in order to support Jallikat.
Absolutely. In fact, we have been seeing over the last few days the groundswell of support and sentiment for the traditional, sport of taming the bull. I'm going to go straight across to my colleague Revati, who joins us from the hub of Jallikat event, where it is usually traditionally held in Madurai. Revati, the Chief Minister, along with the other ministers, doing their best to try and remove every legal obstacle, hindrance. They are in consultation with the centre and are also seeking legal opinion. But tell me, what about the people in Madurai? Are they satisfied by these efforts being taken by the Chief Minister, or are there more expectations from the people out there?
here in Madurai, massive is the word, because with each passing hour, the number of people who are participating is only increasing. The crowd is swelling, and the visuals behind me will just tell you much more. Look at the number of people who have gathered here in Madurai in Tamakam. Against the ban on Jallikattu, supporting Jallikattu, asking for a lift on the ban in Jallikattu, and every minute people are only coming in, more people are coming in, and I can tell you that in the last 6 days, and I can also tell you in the last 6 days, perhaps I have met everybody in Madurai, every single person in Madurai. That is the kind of participant, that is the kind of extent of participation that people have been showing here in Madurai. Women, children, whole family coming out and taking part in the protest. But with the Chief Minister of Tamil Nadu saying that there will be a cabinet meeting to discuss about the ordinance, does that give you some hope right now?
Yes, wait and see. It is not, we are not getting any information till the time. But after the audience, we will see that what type of audience they are going to given, and whether it is going to support to perform the Jallikattu.
Okay, they say they are going to discuss about the ordinance now. They have gone a step ahead and are saying that they will look into the ordinance. Will that suffice? Will you stop the protest for the time being?
No, we will not stop the protest. We will give the clear-cut instruction, clear-cut audience to perform the Jallikattu.
Okay. Until then, you will continue
Yes,
this.
yes,
What's saying?
it
Yes.
is started.
Avantika, you've heard them say that it's not just about discussion. It's not just about going a step ahead in their direction or taking a decision in their favor. It's about bringing the ordinance or any sort of measure that will lift the ban on Jallikattu. So they're saying that there has to be a clear-cut instruction that says you can go ahead and conduct Jallikattu. Until then, we are not going to stop the protest. So it's not about words. It's not about promises. It's not about meetings. It's about action. It's about saying go ahead, conduct Jallikattu. Until then, they will continue their protest. That's the kind of voice that we are hearing from here in Madurai, Avantika.
Absolutely. If I have Akshita right now, I'll just go straight across to her. Akshita, very quickly, you know, so far we have seen that the entire protest has been fabulously managed. I mean, it's been so peaceful with no untoward incident being reported, and kudos to the organizers and the volunteers. It has largely been apolitical as well. Now, how are the people reacting to, you know, the DMK taking a plunge, involving themselves in Rail Roko, and superstars also voicing their support? Do they remain unfazed? Do they believe that this is their own cause and they are here for, you know, their own dreams and their fight to protect Tamil culture?
But they are largely unfazed, Avantika. I mean, see the crowds behind me. They believe that this is what this is really their voice, that this is what will make all the difference. Yesterday, in fact, when we got in the news of A.R. Rahman holding a one-day protest, a one-day fast today, I had spoken to some of the protesters there. I asked them, how do you feel about this? The fact that so many Tamil superstars, you know, the likes of Kamal Haasan, the likes of Vijay, you see so many of them coming out and openly supporting Jallikattu. Does this thereby help your protest? They've maintained very clearly that, look, none of it matters. We are here to show our support, and we believe that will be the change. As far as political protests are concerned, yesterday the PMK, we saw what Mr. Anbumani Ramadoss did. Today we're seeing what the DMK is doing. That's, you know, completely left them untouched. They're refusing to allow any sort of political connotations to their particular protest. There have been a lot of questions about the kind of funding, about where they're getting their money from, if there's some sort of a political link there. But when I spoke to some of the volunteers here, some of them who've, you know, brought about this movement, really, they've maintained that there is absolutely no sort of political funding. This is by the people and for the people only, and they believe that these numbers will speak volumes. Avantika, it is today, at the end of the day, creating such a huge stir nationally, even internationally to a larger extent. So they believe that this is the power that the political class does not have, that any superstar, that any actor or any personality here in Chennai and Tamil Nadu does not have, and that is the backing of lakhs of people here. I also want to quickly add one point that, you know, we're seeing a lot of numbers growing here because lorry drivers, nearly 1 lakh of lorry drivers have joined this protest today. Doctors also, we saw them present at this particular agitation. So numbers could swell up today when compared to yesterday. We're looking at possibly 3 to 4 lakh people gathering today is what one of the volunteers also told me here. So it's going to only get, you know, bigger by the day.
Yes, oh, absolutely. Till the time they don't get an assurance or, something that is satisfactory from their chief minister or from the state government who have been in the national capital meeting all the important people, including the prime minister, who so far have refused to intervene, saying that the matter is sub judice. Coming to you, Shalini, I know there's a lot of, noise behind you, but tell us, what can we expect? I know you're at Jantar Mantar and this protest has spread like wildfire, not just across Tamil Nadu but across the globe to various other states in our country as well. What are the protesters planning to do at Jantar Mantar? Will they also continue to protest till they get a satisfactory response from the state government?
Well, Avantika, today is the second day they're holding a protest here. Even yesterday they had a protest, and tomorrow also they will have a protest. Now, I earlier talking about political fundings, I earlier asked them where they were getting their funds from, and they said this is organized by the Delhi Advocates, and Delhi students and the Delhi Tamil people. No political links, no even they're not taking in film stars. So there was the South Indian star who wanted to be part of this protest, but they told him they wouldn't take him as he was a part of PETA before. They claim for they're saying stop PETA, and they also are demanding, they're also saying that we will continue, we will make Jallikattu our agenda until there is a satisfactory response. They're going to sit here until they get a satisfactory answer from the government, whether it's the state government or the centre that's going to give them relief first. Now, a lot of them sitting here, as you can see behind me, people sitting here, people actively taking part in this protest, and they're willing to sit here until they get an answer. Now, they receive permission to hold a demonstration at Jantar Mantar, denied permission for holding a march. So they come to Jantar Mantar. It's a peaceful protest they hold, only raising slogans. You have people standing here behind with flexes in their hand, saying to protect our cultural right, wherever, save Jallikattu, what we have to fight for, we have to raise our voice. It is not entertainment, it is our identity. Now, these are the various posters and flexes each one is holding here in the national capital, and they will continue their protest until they get a satisfactory answer.
But Revati, just to ask you that question, what is this agitation about? Is it the anger with regards to the ban on Jallikat? Is it directed towards the Supreme Court? Why is it only directed towards PETA? Because even the Animal Welfare Board had supported PETA when they had gone to the Supreme Court seeking a ban on Jallikat, alleging cruelty on the bulls. So why is it that the people are, angry only against PETA? There are many who say that all of these people perhaps could be misguided or misinformed. Do you feel that's the sense, or do you think that people are very well aware of the sport and they rightly believe that they were incorrectly or wrongly represented in the apex court?
Well, it's the latter, perhaps, Avantika, because I have been speaking to the locals for the past 6 days, and across Madurai and even outside Madurai as well, all of the villagers have that kind of a notion. That is the kind of notion that is being spread like wildfire amongst all of them. Even kids, say about 5-year-old, 6-year-old kids holding a placard that says ban PETA, perhaps not knowing what PETA exactly is. But like you said, that is the kind of notion that is being spread amongst the villagers. More than an anger against the Supreme Court, it's against PETA. They perhaps believe that PETA has an agenda to stop this tradition. They have an agenda behind this whole banning of their tradition as such. That's the kind of statements and opinions that the villagers have been spreading amongst themselves as well. And the anger is against everyone. Anger is against the state government, against the central government, against the Supreme Court. Every single person who has gone ahead and said there should be a ban on Jallikattu, Jallikattu must be stopped. Every single person, government or the court, anybody who has said that there should be a ban against Jallikattu, the locals' anger is against them. That is the kind of emotion, that's the kind of reaction that we have seen so far amongst the locals as well. Let me get you some voices from here, sir. Now that they are thinking of an ordinance, discussing about the ordinance, what is it that you want to tell the state government at the moment?
in the ordinance, central and state government should play with our Tamil heritage or Tamil culture. So both are equal responsibility of this, because we are all Indians. So we must, the central and state government should give respect for our culture. So in the ordinance, the cabinet meeting is going on now. So in the after cabinet meeting closed down, the particular ordinance should be very clear and clean. That ordinance should be support the Jallikattu. After the billing, the ordinance passed the Jallikattu, no one should interrupt or no one should touch the legally or something any anonymously set up.
You've heard that, Avantika.
Okay, all right.
Watertight ordinances is the demand from the locals further once the ordinance is passed.
Revati, stay with me. We're getting in some breaking news right now. Now, we have been, hearing distinguished and illustrious voices who have also raised their voice in support for Jallikat. What we're hearing right now is that superstar Rajnikant, Surya and Ajit have all reached at the Nadikar Sangam for a silent protest. We also know how music maestro A.R. Rahman is observing a day's fast in solidarity with the people of Tamil Nadu who have been protesting for so many days. Let's go straight across to Ashish for this bit of news. Ashish, tell us a little bit more about superstar Rajnikant, Surya and Ajit also participating in this silent protest.
Yes, today, Avantika, the film industry has also expressed its solidarity against this ongoing protest, and that's why the film fraternity, superstar Rajnikant, apart from superstar Thala Ajit, and other popular actor and actress are participating in a silent protest at Nandigar Sangam. However, media is not allowed there, but yes, they are expressing their solidarity. When we asked about that why media is not allowed, they said that they are doing their best. They don't want media coverage, and that's why they are expressing the solidarity with the youth, with the youth and voice of Tamil Nadu, and that's why they are holding a silent protest. Meanwhile, like yesterday, the musician A.R. Rahman had also tweeted.
Yes.
He is also holding a day-long fast today. So
Yes.
definitely, it's apart from Tamil Nadu people, it's Tamil Nadu film industry also showing the solidarity, also demanding the same, remove the ban on Jallikat.
All right, Ashish, Revati, Akshita and Shalini, thank you all for joining us from the national capital, from the epicenter of the protest, Marina Beach in Chennai, Madurai.